good returners, and then they've got some new guys that they're going to mix in and try to find a rotation with.
Victor Locken, Valentino Pinedo tipping it up. Tigers with the ball. Jaeden Zackery on the point. This is a veteran Clemson lineup. Couple of transfers in there. Chauncey Wiggins, a quick trigger. Board inside. There's Ace Talbert.
Ace Talbert's a really talented guard for the Red Flash.
4 sophomores in the starting lineup for St. Francis, a very young team last year. As you would imagine, the portal not particularly kind to this bunch, but some good talent on the floor as they turn it over.
Bobby Rosenberger is really one that I've watched on film that I was impressed with. The sophomore had a terrific year last year, had 19 points at Penn State. Watch for him to play well tonight.
Little pick and roll there. Schieffelin can't stick it in. It'll stay with Clemson. There you see the Tigers starting lineup. You add a couple of transfers in. Locken from Cincinnati. You add Zackery from Boston College to an already veteran group.
Yeah, they are. And right there off the bat, Clemson has tried to go inside twice. Coach Brownell talked in the pregame. He wanted to see his big guys finish better at the rim. Locken had one right there that he had a chance to put in the rim.
Tigers a second chance here. Still no buckets. Hunter right to the rim. Count it. Strong move by the veteran guard.
Great job by Chase Hunter. We saw this early on Monday night in season opener against Charleston Southern. He wastes no time. The veteran guard for the Tigers knows that it's important early in a game to get to the basket, see one go in. Chase Hunter does that, and now he'll go to the free throw line.
17 points in the opener for Chase, a clean performance. And he's got 3. JD, it's time for JD's keys. What do we got?
You're going to see it right here. Clemson's ball pressure. How does St. Francis handle it? Dayton gave it to them all night the other night. They did a pretty good job taking care of the basketball, though. And then for Clemson, Coach Brownell is trying to continue to find a rotation, something that he's comfortable with the new guys.
We've gotten away with a travel there. Drive down the lane. Awkward shot. Pretty scoop. Wouldn't go by Talbert. Tigers want to run. Chase Hunter, pull up. Yes, sir.
There's not many guys more confident right now in the ACC than Chase Hunter. We saw that pull up in transition a few times the other night, wasting no time tonight.
A 6-point spurt for Chase. Start things here at home. Locking the help defense on the drive, and a whistle under the basket away from the ball.
Great job right here by Chase Hunter. The Tigers want to play fast, so the defensive rebound by Ian Schieffelin. Chase brings it down. The St. Francis guard is back just a little bit, so he's able to get that off, but he's shooting the ball really well to start the season so far.
Off the ball screen, the pull-up J is good. Riley Parker delivers.
The junior from Australia has been very impressive. Played really well last year at Cochise College, averaged 13 points per game while shooting over 40% from 3.
Zackery. Talbert didn't get the call. Jaeden gets the bucket there. Tigers up 6, and a loose ball. Here comes Clemson. A poke away from behind. Good hands by Damar Kelly.
And we immediately see the impact of Clemson's pressure on the basketball.
Locken. A reverse flush.
Great pass interior by Ian Schieffelin. Victor Locken finishes it at the rim. But what we'll see St. Francis do right here, they're going to let different guys handle the basketball to try to relieve some of that pressure that Jaeden Zackery, Chase Hunter, and then Dylan Hunter and those guys off the bench are going to bring.
Yeah, Rosenberger bringing it across. Ian Schieffelin was guarding him. That goes to your point, and a whistle and a foul. Here's a look at the Tigers. Good ball movement here, high-low.
Great ball movement. This was a big part of the Tigers' offense last season, the post-to-post passing. Really nice job right there by Victor Locken of relocating as Ian drove the basketball, and he finishes it at the rim.
Tigers will go smaller here. Miles Foster in the game. Jake Heidbreeder also in.
So St. Francis really wants to spread it out. You'll see right now 5 players around the three-point line. They're going to spread Clemson out as much as they can, and they want to do that right there. They want to drive the basketball and kick it to the corner.
Rosenberger didn't get the roll. Here's Chase Hunter with the ball for Clemson. Screen at the top. Heidbreeder cut. Schieffelin the extra pass, knocked away. See if the red flash want to run. They do. Nice hang and finish by Ace Talbert.
I was really impressed with Ace Talbert last season in the conference tournament. Played very well in the loss at Central Connecticut. Really talented guard that can shoot the basketball.
Schieffelin, a strong, confident move, and he draws a whistle. That'll be on Rosenberger. That's his second. Couple of big early fouls. Back on the other end, though, St. Francis. The nice finish here.
Yeah, Ace Talbert's a really talented player. He's a sophomore now. He averaged 8 points per game last season. Started 21 for Coach Kreml. Had a really good season last year.
First free throw good by Schieffelin. Dylan Hunter checks in for Clemson. A couple of Red Flash players in as well. Chris Moncrief, Juan Cranford Jr.
So Coach Brownell wasting no time today. That's the third sub that we've already seen. Jake Heidbritter, who had a big second half on Monday night, in the game early. Dylan Jones as well, along with Miles Foster.
Second free throw doesn't go. Tigers up 7. You see that ball pressure from Zackery. Part of that ball pressure is the hefty substitution pattern. They want to play a lot of guys so they can play harder when they're in.
No, that's right. And I was talking to associate head coach Billy Donlin before the game. He asked me what I thought the biggest difference from last year, and I told him I thought the ball pressure. Their ability to rotate guards and apply pressure on the ball is really good right now, and it's going to help their offense.
Jaeden Zackery running the show. Foster, the feed. Schieffelin, so tough in there. Good contest. Pinedo, they've gotten a piece of that.
Really nice high-low pass by Miles Foster. You can see his skill level from the top of the key. And then Ace Talbert, again, wasting no time right there, knocking down the corner three. The Tigers going to have to be able to guard the basketball.
There's Miles Foster, fresh off a fantastic Clemson debut. Chase's brother Dylan. Crafty to the rim, flings it out. A lot of deflections. Now one back the other way. Under 15 to go, first half. A lot of action here. Foster, strong, missed the bunny.
Did a good job finishing that the other night, able to get to his right shoulder, to his left-hand hook. The Tigers are trying to find a flow right now with those guys off the bench.
Again, working the 5 out. Oh, nice little pick and pop. Pass to the corner. Talbert stopped. The mid-range J short. That's Pinedo. Long rebound. He got it.
Really nice job by Pinedo. I was impressed with him on Monday night at Dayton. Just his ability to go chase down loose balls just like that one and keep the possession alive.
Four on the clock. Deep three, in and out, but again, Pinedo right there. Clemson clears the glass this time. Three, Dylan Hunter. Got it.
That's a great sign for the Tigers. Dylan Hunter's worked really hard on his shooting all off season. Did not shoot it great on Monday night, but knocks down his first three tonight.
Free action. Step back triple, in and out. Quick trigger there from Parker.
We're well under the 16-minute media timeout. There's some tired guys on the floor right now.
Schieffelin loses it. A jump ball again. Pinedo, very good job. Tigers up big early, JD, and a good start for Dylan Hunter from downtown.
Great job by Jaeden Zackery getting out in transition. Dylan with the three.
There's a look at Rob Kreml. He is a lifer at St. Francis. Player, assistant, and head coach. Had some really good years there in a very young squad that's come out firing here tonight.
Yeah, talking to him earlier today, he just talked about wanting to go and compete. But this is a man that loves St. Francis University. He was telling me the story today about going on his visit, playing for Coach Tom McConnell as a player and just what it's meant to him. And then the winner of the NABC Guardians of the Game Award, which in the college coaching industry is a huge thing for his leadership and service in the coaching industry.
See if St. Francis can get it going out of the timeout. Tigers with some changes. Wiggins, Chase Hunter, Del Jones, Christian Reeves out on the floor with Hydebreeder defensively. Moncrief, a kick out deep, three, in and out, no good.
Yeah, and Aiden Harris made 14 threes last year. He's going to stretch the floor and make Christian Reeves come out there and guard him.
Del Jones, talented freshman from Arizona. Chase step back lob over the head of Reeves. Boy, if you airmail Reeves, you've missed.
Yeah, Rob Kremel, just a guy that's been around St. Francis University for a long time, was a player there, a 3-year starter, still in the top 10 in career three-point field goals made. Just one of the good guys in our coaching profession.
It's so nice to see that. You know, in a place like St. Francis, you're thinking, all right, you have a little success, you take a bigger job. That's the normal progression of things. They've got to be really fortunate to have a guy, as you see, a downtown splash from Clayville.
Yeah,
that may not be the first time we see that from him.
No, Jeremy Clayville had a big debut against Dayton the other night. 12 points in the first half, 14 for the game. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor, and he's got a really quick release, as we just saw right there.
Back to the point, though, like, again, St. Francis, you're thinking as Del Jones drops it in, you're thinking that, you know, he's going to move on at some point. You like to have guys at these type of programs that just love it. They love the community. They love the place. They've got an attachment there in their hearts. And he's done it for almost 3 decades now, starting with his playing career.
Yeah, he has. His wife is a graduate of St. Francis University. He was telling me about his boys, and they're playing high school basketball right now. And so just a lot of fun. One of the great things about college basketball.
Late clock again. Tough to get over Reeves. It didn't work. Christian Reeves, the Duke transfer, clears the glass.
And this is where I think Del Jones can be really good for the Tigers. When he can get out in transition because of his speed, he can be a great creator.
Like that. Smooth to the rim.
Right on cue. And now this gives Coach Brownell another guard that he can put up on the basketball. Ace Talbert's gone the whole way. This is the 3rd on-ball defender he's seen so far.
Jones, a highly touted freshman. Hard to play point guard as a freshman for Brad Brownell. Chase Hunter did it. He started his first game as a freshman a long time ago.
Yeah, it was fun this summer. I was at practice one day, and the first time I had seen Del Jones play, I grabbed Terrell McIntyre, who's on staff now and played here, was one of the greats all time at Clemson, and just talked about the comparison between the two of them.
From Easley. Way downtown.
Deep from the edge of the Tiger Paw, Chase Hunter.
A 3-for-3 start for Chase. He's got 9 points. Well, he shot that with confidence. St. Francis having to start that offense way out high due to the ball pressure. And late. Once again, the clock a factor.
But very spread out, spacing the floor, trying to drive the Tigers.
Deep 3, no good. Talbert misfires. That's knocked out of bounds. Both teams able to knock down some deep shots here in the last few
Jeremy
minutes.
Clayville's never met one that he didn't like. He wasted no time. And then Chase Hunter on the other end knocks it down for the Tigers.
There's a look at Brad Brownell, focused as ever, looking for back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances. It's going to be tough to top. One of the 2 best in school history last year, making it all the way to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, one of the best in the country right now. Just the consistency of Clemson basketball, recruiting at a high level. Tuesday is signing day. They'll sign another great class. And so big things ahead for the Clemson Tigers this season and Coach Brad Brownell.
You got to love the way that he's sort of reinvented this program in the portal era. It continues to be about development. Tonight, you'll likely see Asa Thomas on the floor, a guy redshirted last year. And you've got young guys like Del Jones who have stepped in there. But you've also got transfers that have been a part, both in your starting rotation and in that second unit. Guys like Christian Reeves.
Yeah, he's done a great job of making the pieces fit. He's able to attract really talented high school freshmen while still being able to stay old with some transfers, gets guys to stay around. It just, the culture and the health of it is apparent in the recruiting and the retention.
Quick drive, miss and the follow. Miles Webb gets his first points.
Miles Webb is a long forward for St. Francis, really effective on the glass, had a good year last season.
Tigers looking to respond. Again, Jones able to penetrate. Zackery, first try from deep.
And it's good to see Jaeden Zackery shoot that. That's a great skip pass by Dell Jones. Jaeden Zackery averaged over 10 points per season each year at Boston College. The Tigers are going to need his scoring as the season goes along.
This Pinedo drive couldn't get the little bunny to go up and under. Schieffelin to point forward this possession. Jones inside, tough, and a foul.
Extended minutes right now for Dell Jones. You see him continue to attack the rim. Coach Brownell's trying to let him find some confidence and some rhythm early in the season.
Here's a look at Victor Locken, one of 4 transfers. Again, Locken, Zackery, both guys that are starters for this team. And you look at Foster, the way he started the year, and then they're very high on Reeves, who dealt with injuries his first couple of years at Duke.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Christian Reeves at the practices that I've been at. Coach Brownell called it a new lease on life. Just his energy and his joy for the game right now. Assistant coach Dick Bender working with him. He just seems like a guy that loves to be in practice every day. He's long, he's athletic, he runs the floor really well. I think he's got a bright future.
Speaking of bright futures, Dell Jones at the free throw line, trying to split the pair, and he does. There's a look at Reeves. He is a legitimate lob guy. You just throw it up, he hammers it. Tigers haven't had one of those in a while. They've been kind of small at the 5, playing a lot of pace and space. Scramble on the floor for the loose ball. A lot of bodies flying, and it'll be Clemson possession. Some good hustle off the deflection.
Great job by Dylan Jones. Dylan Hunter getting on the floor right now. To finish your point about the roll, great job in the second half on Monday night. Christian Reeves being able to play above the rim, catching that lob from Dell Jones as he got downhill. I've been really impressed with their ability to do that early in the season.
Little mop-up duty there. Ted Valentine making sure the floor's clean. We appreciate that. Jones going to run the point now for the Tigers. 57% in the early going from the floor. 6 different guys have scored. Dell Jones, one of those. Couldn't find it there. Now Parker trying to run.
So St. Francis has got 5 out around the perimeter. Checking to see if they can get a back cut. Right there, just on time, Bobby Rosenberg to the rim.
Stumbles over his own feet there. Tigers a bit fortunate. Skip pass. Jones, no look to Schieffelin. In traffic, Ian gets it to go.
Really nice pass by Dell Jones. Terrific finish and catch by Ian Schieffelin.
And again, that ball pressure causing problems. Look how high St. Francis is starting that offense, JD.
Yeah, they've got him pushed out.
In and out, no good. Look at Locken. Rips the board down. Zackery across the lane, hangs, and a chance at a 3-point play.
Really nice job by the Tigers right here in transition. Pushing the basketball. Jaeden Zackery, a change of pace, finishes it at the rim. Tigers continues to prove why he's one of the best in the ACC. Just his ability to attack the rim. And then one of the interesting things about him is just how well he has shot the basketball at the beginning of each of the last 4 seasons. Just has gotten off to a great start each year. He's 2 of 2 from 3 today. He's 5 of 5 now from 3 on the season. I don't know that he'll keep that up all year, but he's off to a terrific start for the Tigers. They know that they've got to find some scoring. They know that a lot of that's going to come from him. But now Coach Brownell and the staff, they're looking for some other guys to be able to step up and help him there.
Chase has 26 points on 12 shots so far this season. That's stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable.
Jaeden Zackery at the line. He's got 4 so far, make it 5. He finishes at 3-point play. And again, the ball pressure from Clemson. Jamming that ball. You know, Brad Brownell, when he first got to Clemson, he did this his first couple of years. They had a bunch of point guards that could do this. They kind of went away from it as circumstances dictated. I think he's excited to bring that element back this year with so many guys that can flank the ball all the way up the floor.
I would think that at Coach Brownell's core, he's a defensive guy. Great pick and pop right there by Bobby Rosenberg. He does that very well. Shot 31% from 3 last year, but Coach Brownell at his core is a defensive guy. And so he loves the ability that they have right now to pressure the basketball with length behind them.
Talked about Rosenberger, 24 minutes, 10.7 rebounds in the opening loss to Dayton. Off to a good start tonight. Schieffelin can't answer. Scramble, picked up. Here's Parker. Rosenberger trying to go again.
Yeah, it's a really good job by Ian Schieffelin recognizing that in transition and being up there on the catch, because he was ready to shoot that early in the possession.
Caught on the baseline. The anticipation by Dylan Hunter.
Really good rotation right there on the baseline by Dylan Hunter. But again, Bobby Rosenberg's ability to pick and pop right here. He can space the floor. As we said, 19 points at Penn State last season. He can really shoot the basketball. High-level competitor. Tough player. Talking to Coach Kreml earlier today, just the kind of guy that you love to coach. Called him a throwback guy. Just, you know, one of those that's always in the gym. Led his high school team to a state championship. He's poised for a great year.
Three to shoot. Possession's going to be tough. Couldn't get it off. Schieffelin, the deflection there. Kelly really was in no man's land. Not a whole lot he can do, giving up that much size to Ian.
Yeah, not a great job coming out of that baseline out of bounds play of not knowing the shot clock. Ball came in. Really nice job by Ian Schieffelin right there guarding the basketball.
Jake Heidbreder. Hunter drives. Step back, right elbow Jay. There's his first miss. And a loose ball foul. I think they're going to get Foster underneath. He used a bit of a trampoline there. Oh, his first foul. Not a ton of fouls so far in the first half. 4 for St. Francis. Now 3 for the Tigers. Red Flash have turned it over once, but so far they really handled the pressure pretty well, just getting it across. Setting up the offense been a whole other deal.
Yeah, it was interesting watching their game against Dayton on Monday night. Dayton, very similar to Clemson, very physical, picking up the basketball, a lot of pressure. So they're well prepared for it. They turned it over only 13 times against Dayton on Monday night.
Good composure there, and Foster anticipated the pass. Jones. Schieffelin wanted that ball. Had the seal on the high side. Heidbreder, quick trigger. Yep.
And that's exactly what they want to see from Jake Heidbreder. If he can catch it and see the basket, he needs to be able to shoot it. He made 75 threes his sophomore year at Air Force. With the loss of Joseph Girard and 105 threes last year, the Tigers are going to need him to shoot the basketball well.
Kelly to the rim. Awkward and a foul. Kind of worked against the grain there to draw the contact. The ball reversal here to Heidbreder.
Yeah, Jake Heibreeder moves very well without the basketball. Coming off of that pin down right there on the right side of the floor. Ian Schieffelin hits him in stride. One of the best things the Tigers did last year as they shot the ball at such a historic level was how well they passed it. Sometimes it's not the shooter, it's the pass that leads to the open shot and helping set that shooter up. And I thought it was one of the best things that P.J. Hall did last year. So many basketballs that he put right on target for a shooter. And that was a great pass right there by Ian Schieffelin to lead Jake Heibreeder into that shot.
Damar Kelly, lightly used last year. They're going to rely on him quite a bit this year on both ends of the floor. He rims out a couple of free throws. Jones all the way. Heibreeder again. Foster was in the right spot. Schieffelin, no, the tap back.
Really good ball movement right there by the Tigers. Miles Foster on the glass, keeping it alive. Ian Schieffelin putting it back in.
2 of 6, Ian, 5 points in the game.
But that's another example where Coach Brownell would like to see Ian make the first one. As they get into higher level competition, you're not always going to get that second and third opportunity.
Jones, the drive, the float, air ball. Ian, he hits that first one.
There you go. Great job in transition right there by Dale Jones, pushing the basketball, leading to the offensive rebound for the Tigers at the rim.
Ian Schieffelin's got to go, and Chase Hunter, a brilliant night. Wiggins and Dylan Hunter still yet to really emerge in this game.
Yeah, Chauncey Wiggins got off to a great start the other night against Charleston Southern. Scored the ball well, had 8 points on 4 rebounds. Dylan Hunter is going to be a guy that his ball pressure is going to continue to aid the Tigers, but then also they want to see him make some jump shots, which he did. He made that first 3 of the game. So those guys have got to carry a lot of the load for the Tigers.
See what the red flash does coming out of the timeout. How about a lefty jumper from the foul line, up no good by Juan Cranford. It'll be Clemson basketball. Do you like the looks that St. Francis is getting on some of these possessions? I
actually do. The Tigers screwed up that switch right there in that ball screen, and he got a good look. It just didn't go in. Those are the types of things that the staff is going to watch as they're watching film and breaking things down later for the Tigers, because that was an open jump shot.
Zackery trying to feed Reeves, and it's Pinedo able to take it away. 6 turnovers now for Clemson.
And a couple of those turnovers have come in interior passing to the post, which is not just the pass. Sometimes it's actually the post up and being able to go get the basketball.
Drive, floater over Wiggins, just didn't get it to go. Rosenberger. Not a bad look there. Zackery to Jones, extra pass. Chase Hunter frees himself. Talbert's been aggressive to the rim. A lot of the others have been jump shots. Inside, good finish there from Cranford.
That's a great example right there of the St. Francis offense. 5 around the perimeter. Riley Parker drives the basketball. The point guard from Australia is able to find a cutting teammate.
Wiggins deep. Got it. That's what they need from him.
Yeah, great job by Chauncey Wiggins right there, stretching the floor. Terrific find by Chase Hunter.
Clemson's largest lead, 20. As they've continued to advance the cause every couple of minutes. Drive, count it. The answer from Bobby Rosenberger, who's got 5 and a chance to make it 6.
Really good kick out right here by the Tigers. Chauncey Wiggins stretching out the defense. And then again, Bobby Rosenberg just continues to get to his left hand. He sees the matchup with Dale Jones. He's got a little bit of size and strength right there. Really like Bobby Rosenberg, particularly off the catch. When he can play off of a shot fake and play downhill, he does a great job of being able to create his own shot.
Jones giving up about 20 pounds and 3 inches in that matchup. Did about as much as you could expect. Chase Hunter step back, thought about it. Eyes up. Wiggins drive, has it poked away. Rosenberger rejected.
Great
Chase
job.
Hunter.
Great
Holy
job by Chase
smokes.
Hunter, sprinting back to chase that down from behind. Chase Hunter just continues to show his athleticism. Monday night, it was finishing above the rim. Here it is, chasing this down from behind. Timing up that block. That's a great block by Chase Hunter.
You had to think Rosenberger heard footsteps, but like he fumbled the ball a little bit, like he couldn't really explode like he wanted.
I don't think he thought that somebody was going to try to chase him down from behind. As you said, he slowed down just there for a step. But Bobby Rosenberg is a really nice athlete. His dad, Robert, played at the University of South Carolina, played football there, so he's no stranger to the state of South Carolina. You can see where he gets the physicality from.
Pinedo to the top, Talbert. Off a ball screen, tough drive, Parker lost it. Zackery gets around the defense, wide open.
Great recognition right there in transition by Jaeden Zackery, being able to attack the rim.
Zackery now with 7 points, tied for second on the team with Schieffelin in scoring. Parker with Wiggins on him, tough matchup. Rosenberger drives, no look, Zackery picked it. 3-on-2. How about Locken running the floor?
Great defensive possession right there by the Tigers. Victor Locken switched that ball screen late, was able to stay in front, and the Tigers rotated to get the turnover.
55% from the floor for Clemson, and the shot clock off. Good finish to the half defensively. Locken hit the video board with the full court heave. Great first half for the Tigers here.
Leads to a layup. And so St. Francis, most of them came on penetration where Clemson was able to rotate. And then for the Tigers, it's just continuing to find a rotation, helping work some of these other guys in off the bench, and they've done a good job with that as well.
2-3 zone out of the locker room for St. Francis. There's a little wrinkle. Zackery to Schieffelin. On the deck, drop down, lock in, a good start to the second half.
Great job in that post-to-post passing right there. We saw that in the first half from Ian Schieffelin. Really nice finish there by Victor Locken.
Talked to Brad Brownell today. He said they're going to pack in their man. We may see a little zone. Evidence of that.
And I think that's where we talked about the 22 points in the paint. They're going to play some zone. They're going to see if Clemson can make some threes in the second half.
Baseline drive and turnover. Step on the line. All right, here's a look at how the Tigers attack that zone on the first possession.
Really good job in this screen right there by Victor Locken. Then Ian Schieffelin getting downhill, finding his partner. That's called partner passing when it's post-to-post like that. Nice job right there by the Clemson graduate, Ian Schieffelin.
Schieffelin directing traffic, looking for Chauncey Wiggins. Locken overhead. Schieffelin, the seal and the flush.
Back-to-back possessions right there by the Tigers of post-to-post passing. Really nice finish right there by Ian Schieffelin.
Schieffelin now with 9 points, 6 rebounds, 3 dimes, and a block for Locken. Here come the Tigers, 4-on-4 for the moment. Wiggins inside, fouled on the way up.
Really good job right there by Chauncey Wiggins. The defensive transition, he started the break, pitched it ahead to Chase Hunter, and then got it back to play at the rim. Victor Locken is a very good passer. He's shown that so far this year. Really nice pass over the top. But I love the defensive effort right here to block the shot. It leads to the transition opportunity. Chauncey Wiggins gets it back at the rim, and he's headed to the free throw line. Really nice job right there by the Tigers of just being able to flow and turn their defense into offense.
Wiggins' career just under 70% from the line. He split his foul shots in the opener, missed the first there. Second free throw is good. Little full court pressure. Tigers unrelenting defensively and knocked away. It'll stay with the red flash.
The other thing that stands out to me right there in that defensive pressure was Ian Schieffelin coming up on the basketball as well. But Chase Hunter getting his hands in there, creating a deflection, knocking the ball away.
Parker gets it across. That's half the battle. Zackery not stepping off once you cross that timeline. Pinedo. Drive, ball fake, righty hook, a pretty post move there from Pinedo.
Really nice job. Pinedo from Spain, he transferred in from East Carolina. Really skilled player, can pass the basketball, and a really nice finish right there in the paint.
Tigers looking to answer, lob up. Pass deflected, an easy outlet. And the lay-in by Talbert.
Great job by St. Francis right there, having their hands up in that ball screen. Chase Hunter tries to throw it over the top, and it gets knocked away. Great defense right there by the Red Flash.
Kelly with the steal and assist there. We talked about how he's really got to step up for this team this year. Zackery tried to sneak a pass in. A little bit of a force the last two possessions down, passing the ball. Active hands from St. Francis here, as we see from the last possession.
Yeah, really nice job by the Red Flash right here, creating that deflection. But I love Pinedo's ability to play from the top of the key. He did this a couple of times on Monday night against the Dayton Flyers, being able to space the floor, having plenty of room to go to work.
Chase Hunter short on the deep triple. Now 2 for 4 from deep in the game. How about a steal from Lacken? Zackery. In the corner, he's open. Got it.
Great sign right there for the Clemson Tigers. They need Jaeden Zackery to be able to make some threes. He shot the ball well. Great steal.
Chase Hunter, the pickpocket.
Great job on the basketball by Chase Hunter.
We talked about how St. Francis had dealt with the pressure so well that time. A little bit of relaxation, and Chase Hunter takes advantage.
And that's the thing about being able to pick up the basketball like that, 94 feet. You'll get it up a couple of times, and then finally, the pressure, you give way to it.
Lefty triple short, Rosenberger. Here comes Jaeden Zackery. Eyes up, feeds the cutter. Chauncey Wiggins. Fader, got it. What a start offensively for the Tigers from the floor, now 5 of 6.
And that's all started with their defense. They've done a great job on the basketball, but also creating deflections in the half court as well.
Chase Hunter on Talbert. Beats the screen over the top. Deep 3. Kelly knocks it down. His first bucket.
Really nice shot right there for DeMar Kelly, the Quinnipiac transfer. Coach Kamel and those guys are going to need him to step up this year and provide some depth on the perimeter.
The answer, too strong. St. Francis running. And one. What a finish by Talbert there in transition over Lockett.
Great job by the Red Flash getting out there in transition, being able to finish it at the rim. But a terrific job by Chauncey Wiggins, being able to play at the basket, using all 6'10" to finish at the rim. The level of consistency that Brad Brownell and the Tigers have been able to build here is very remarkable, and poised to have another good year this year.
And look how they've done relative to expectations. And this is a program, look, they've been double digits 4 times. 3 of those 4 years, they end up in the top 8 at least. And how about 3 of the last 4 years? People may not realize this. 3 of the last 4 years, Clemson has been a top 5 team in the league. And 4, that's their best preseason ranking in more than a decade, JD.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And speaks to the consistency and just the ability to retain players while still recruiting at a really high level.
Jake Heidbreeder, guy that came in the transfer portal last year. They're looking for him. And he throws it away.
First one right there off the fade screen.
Parker, a pull-up. That's a 3. It's too strong, and Schieffelin the rebound. Kind of a quiet night for Ian, but he's got 9 and 7 with 3 dimes in 18 minutes. Strong rebound and draws the foul against Rosenberger, his second.
We saw the same thing from Ian Schieffelin on Monday night. He just came out with a relentless energy on the offensive glass to start the second half against Charleston Southern. So much of what's made Ian the ACC's most improved player is his ability on the offensive glass.
Highbreeder looking for a flare. Dylan Hunter was trying to pop. Brad Brownell not happy with him. Chase Hunter back in the game.
And Coach Brownell and the staff have really worked hard to build confidence into Jake Highbreeder. They went set play out of that timeout right there for him. He had an open look from three, over-penetrated, and it led to a turnover.
Came in from the Air Force. That's a guy you would imagine you can coach hard, as there's a nice turn and finish by Rosenberger. He's got 8.
Rosenberger is able to do a great job when he can get to his left hand, whether it's on the perimeter, shooting a 3, or getting to the rim. Really effective score.
Foul on the rebound against Clemson. Speaking of the Tigers, here's a look at that roster. Again, you got 6 returners, a couple of freshmen, but then the 4 transfers that have come in. Again, we talked about the mix earlier. Highbreeder, a guy that's technically a returner, also technically a transfer on this team.
Yeah, welcome to college athletics in 2024. A little bit of everything, but so much of it is being able to find the right blend of a roster. I think one of the best things that the Clemson staff does is they recruit guys that fit Brad Brownell well.
How about Talbert connecting on a step-back triple? Ace Talbert now with 10 points, make it 13 points for Talbert.
Ace Talbert started 21 games last year, really shoots the basketball well from the field.
Hunter too strong. Schieffelin corrals the board. Dylan with a try. Too strong.
Great pass right there by Ian Schieffelin to a wide open shooter.
Clayville's been pretty quiet. Zackery's been all over him. He's looking for a step back 3. You can tell it. He's going to drive it instead. Fling it up. No.
You can tell that was a point of emphasis for the Tigers in the scouting report. Clayville got 14 attempts on Monday night at Dayton. He has 2 now.
And getting a little bit frantic up and down, and a whistle. Ian Schieffelin fouls Talbert on the way up. How about the step back from Talbert a couple possessions ago?
Ace Talbert's a really talented scorer from Long Island, New York. Spent some time in the Southeast at Combine Academy in North Carolina. The sophomore can really score the basketball for the Red Flash. He had a good year last year as a freshman. Comes back this year, provides great poise. And now to be able to play alongside Riley Parker, that gives them another ball handler to allow him to score the basketball a little bit more.
Missed the first free throw. Just 3 of 5 from the line. Excuse me, 2 of 5 from the line. St. Francis. Tigers 5 of 8 thus far.
And that was a big emphasis as well for Clemson coming off of the game on Monday night. Charleston Southern attempted 27 free throws, and so they want to be able to play without fouling, and that's hard to do against the offensive system that St. Francis has as they spread the floor and drive the basketball.
Bill Jones in for the Tigers will run the point. Moncrief is in for St. Francis, guarded him for a moment. St. Francis has gone back to the man-to-man. A 12-0 run right now for St. Francis, and Zackery snaps it.
Great job right there by getting to the basket and being able to finish at the rim.
Inside, Talbert got in the air and bailed out by a foul. Locken picks it up, his 3rd. And look at Zackery on the move.
Jaeden Zackery is a big, strong guard. He played in 102 games at Boston College over 3 seasons. Started 100 of them. But that upper body strength allows him to be really good on the basketball, but also an outstanding finisher at the rim. You saw him right there drop that shoulder and be able to get the ball to the backboard.
6'1", 218. Really a physical presence. He's one of those guys Brad Brownell brought in. This will be Clemson basketball. He brought him in. A little bit like Brevin Galloway a couple of years ago, where tired of losing to the guy, so you bring him in on your team. Zackery's torched the Tigers a couple times in his career at Boston College.
He has. I've been really impressed with Zackery just as a leader. Coach Brownell talks about his professionalism and the way he approaches the game. You see him out there coaching those younger guys. He was talking to Dale Jones just a minute ago, trying to help him out. He's going to be a real asset to Coach Brownell, not just as a player, but also as a leader on the court.
Jones aggressive to a loose ball, and this will be a whistle and a foul against Cranford. That's his first. Sloppy on both ends right there in that few seconds. Good anticipation there by Jones to get a hand on that.
It is, and the Tigers have now turned the basketball over 4 times in less than 8 minutes this half. A couple of those by some of the younger guys. Coach Brownell, you get into this point in the second half, you want them to be able to play clean, be able to play efficient, and right now the Tigers aren't able to do that.
Tigers with some starters on the floor. In fact, 4 starters and Dale Jones going to work right now. Skip pass. Jones around the back. Off of Chase Hunter, and again the deflection. Outstanding defense from St. Francis has them cutting into this lead. Zackery, quite a spark plug for the Tigers here tonight, JD.
He has been, and this has been something that the staff has been waiting to see. Just the offensive, I don't want to say explosion, but just being able to step up, because they're going to need him to score the basketball as the season goes along. He's been outstanding as a defender and as a creator, but today 12 points so far. He's been able to score the basketball.
Also 3 steals. This is the second straight game he's had 3 or more steals. That's an impressive part of his game. One of the big reasons he's in that starting lineup. A little bit springier, the Tigers on defense coming out there. Things have gotten a bit sloppy, and St. Francis has taken advantage. There's a whistle, and Zackery's going to pick up a foul at the 11:25 mark. Just 3.6 seconds on the shot clock, too. That's going to drive the coaches crazy.
And it's already the 5th foul this half on the Tigers. They did a good job in the first half limiting free throws. But right there, Coach Brownell would like to see Jaeden Zackery keep his hands out. In practice, they call that airplane hands, where they want to really accentuate having their hands straight out so that you don't get that foul call.
Schieffelin got a deflection, almost led to a run out there. $20 on the shot clock. I think they're going to run it down a second or 2 more. Yeah, I'm going to put 19 up there. St. Francis a 12-2 run. Tigers with 5 turnovers over that span. This is Harris spinning on Schieffelin. Can he get an angle? He cannot, and he traveled.
Really nice job right there by Ian Schieffelin of being able to stay vertical in the post. Freshman Jeremy Clayville got off to a great start for the Red Flash on Monday night, 14 points. It's been a little harder so far tonight. That's what happens when you're a freshman. You have that kind of a night, your name moves up in the scouting report. You don't surprise anyone now.
Chauncey Wiggins in the lane, so tough.
It's been interesting to watch Chauncey Wiggins, the growth in that part of his game. They talked about in the offseason, they wanted to see him shoot more free throws, and so he's been very willing to go catch it. We would call that the mid-post area, and then just be able to elevate over guys and use his size.
How about the quick trigger from Clayville? Mercy. He didn't need a lot of space or time, JD.
No, he doesn't need much space at all. Really good score.
High breeder, drawing a crowd. Zackery underneath will get a pair of free throws. Couple nice offensive series, one side then the other.
Chauncey Wiggins right there, being able to score it in the paint, just elevates up, uses his 6'10" frame. But then Jeremy Clayville, the freshman from New Jersey, needs no space to get that off. Really high-level scorer. Talking to Coach Kermel earlier today about him, just talked about how much Jeremy loves the game, loves to play, is a really confident scorer. He's just got a confidence about him that, as a basketball player, you can't teach. Now, he probably got that from his mom, who was an outstanding player at Fairleigh Dickinson, played in the NCAA tournament. But Jeremy's a really talented scorer.
Zackery, a little rim out there on the first one, got the second to go. Clemson back up 19. St. Francis +2 in the second half. Zackery all over the ball. Clayville way at the timeline the first 12 seconds of the possession. This 15, Victor Payne trying to make a move on Highbreeder. Instead, it is Clayville. Drive and finish with a right.
It was the first half on Monday night for Jeremy Clayville. It's been the second half tonight against Clemson.
Highbreeder in and out. Here come the red flash. Cranford. Handoff, knocked away, saved, but not in time. Wiggins got the ball. Here's a look, St. Francis confident on the offensive end at the moment.
He is. Jeremy Clayville's a really creative scorer right there. Driving that from the top of the key, goes behind his back, and then finishes it at the rim. Really nice job by the freshman getting to the basket and being able to score.
This is Talbert. Hesitation and stepped on the line. Moncrief, I think, lost his bearing. He actually may have looked at the floor there, it looked like, and didn't like what he saw.
And Moncrief was open right there on the perimeter. There was a dribble penetration right there by Kelly. Led to a kick. Moncrief had the open three. He only made 4 last year. Coach would probably rather him shoot that right there.
Schieffelin, top of the circle. Pick and pop. Spin move. Ian knocked away. And Moncrief is grabbed. Going to be Dylan Hunter that picks up the foul. So there again, you talked about the foul trouble for Clemson. Not necessarily an individual, but that's 6. That's going to send the red flash to the line on all subsequent fouls to the end of the game. The Tigers only up 17. Again, you're watching that lead dwindle just a bit right now.
And St. Francis has scored 21 points in the second half. I believe that when you see a team come out and play like this to start the second half, that's a sign of a really well-coached team. Those guys have came out right here in the second half and are playing well offensively, taking care of the basketball and getting shots at the rim.
Trailed by as many as 29, and now they trail by 14. Talbert has 17, his third 3. Clemson looking for an answer offensively. Is it Schieffelin? A whistle underneath. Once again, the red flash connected. Now 4 of 5 in the half from downtown.
Ian Schieffelin is probably back a little further in that ball screen coverage than Coach Brownell would like for him to. Ace Talbert has shown that he can make that 3. That's his third one there tonight. He's able to come off of it. Dylan Hunter goes over the top of it, but he's able to knock down that 3.
Dylan Hunter from the corner. Again, a miss. Tigers have gone cold from deep. Now just 6 of 20, just 1 of 9 since the halftime break. Lefty J for Cranford. Didn't get the roll. That would have made it a 12-point game. Pick and pop. Schieffelin got it. And a timeout call by Brad Brownell at the 8:02 mark. That Ian Schieffelin, a big three to take us to break. He's now got his 13th career double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds. He's a third Tiger to reach double figures. I feel like Brad Brownell is asking for stops, though, more so than scores at this juncture to try to quiet the red flash offensively.
Well, and taking care of the basketball. They've got 7 turnovers so far this half, and that's allowed St. Francis to get out and run. They've knocked down some open threes, and they're in a rhythm offensively.
Drive and the miss. Tip, no. And a steal in the backcourt. Talbert missed it again. Schieffelin another rebound. Tigers playing 5-on-4 at the moment. Skip. Zackery in rhythm. Got it.
Great skip pass right there by Ian Schieffelin. He was looking at Victor Lockett in the post. It led to Jaeden Zackery's defender coming down, skipped it, and knocked down the three.
Jaeden Zackery now with 16 points. 2 of 3 from downtown. Pinado kick out. Deep jumper, no from Cranford. Clemson looking to run. Highbreeder fouled on the way around the top of the circle. That'll take us to break. Lit off the basket, JD, for the Tigers. Back-to-back threes.
Absolutely great passing by the post player. Skips it across the floor. Jaeden Zackery knocks it down.
Schieffelin just hit double-double, his first double-double of the year with this triple, JD.
Great job being able to space the floor. That was such a big part of the Clemson offense last year. P.J. Hall was able to stretch the defense. Ian Schieffelin made 23 threes last year. That's his first one this season. But he's such a good passer from the top. If he can consistently shoot the basketball, that really opens up things offensively for the Tigers.
Some nice cutting out of the timeout. Highbreeder's three, got it.
So that's the second timeout this half that Brad Brownell has ran in action for Jake Highbreeder. He passed up the shot, leading to a turnover the first time. He wasn't going to pass that one up.
Talbert bothered by Zackery. Still guarding him hard. Left elbow Cranford. Highbreeder's on him. No outlets. Has to fade off one leg. That's a good defensive possession for Clemson.
Very good job. Great job by Jaeden Zackery keeping Ace Talbert in front of him.
May have been a point of emphasis in the most recent timeout. Dylan Hunter rips the cord on a triple.
Great sign right there. Dylan Hunter with his second made three. Made 9 all year last year.
Crowd loving the effort in the backcourt. Little energy caused by the three-point shooting.
Jake Highbreeder coming off of that baseline stagger action, knocking it down. And then Jaeden Zackery with the inside-out kick to Dylan Hunter. He knocks down the three. Then they get the steal. Now Dylan Hunter's going to go right back to the free throw line. One of my favorite sayings that I always heard a coach say was the ball finds energy. And so when you're cutting hard, when you're moving without the basketball or creating those deflections, the ball finds its way into the hands of the person with that energy.
Brad Brownell, I'm sure, very directed huddle. Again, certainly frustrated. A 29-point lead was cut in half over an 8-minute stretch, but you've seen his team respond well in the last handful of minutes.
Tigers turned the ball over too much in the first 10 minutes of the second half and then had a hard time guarding the basketball, particularly Ace Talbert attacking the rim.
Parker a handoff, Rosenberger a drive, righty finish. Pinedo off the wrong leg.
Pinedo continues to show his skill level and his ability to play from the top of the key to attack the basket.
Oh, beautiful feed. How did Schieffelin get the ball to Highbreeder? He's going to have 2 free throws. Look back at that previous possession, a nice finish. Red flash again, attacking the rim.
Valentino Pinedo is just a really good driver from the top of the key, but this is a great concept right there. Both teams pretty similar offensively, spacing the floor. Ian Schieffelin took it on the dribble towards Jake Highbreeder. He felt like he was overplayed. He could feel the defense, cut to the basket, and able to get it at the rim.
Schieffelin 4 assists in the game, too. Could have had 5 there. I'll keep my thoughts to myself about whether a shot that leads to free throws should be an assist. Shows his all-around game. Highbreeder now with 8 points.
The Clemson offense requires that their post players can be able to step out to the top of the key, make threes, but also be able to pass the basketball.
Rosenberger still too shy of double figures. He wants the ball, but Talbert's been the hot hand. Parker has not. A scramble on the floor. Active hands from Clemson. Dylan Hunter, Highbreeder, transition 3, short, a foul. Are they going to get Kelly? They did get Kelly for a foul.
Really nice job by Dylan Hunter in the help defense on the other end. Gets the deflection that leads to the fast break transition. Again, Dylan's just shown that he can be active on the basketball and away from it. That deflection leads to a turnover and allows them to get out and run.
Tigers up 72-46. Ian Schieffelin at the line. You know, one thing with Schieffelin, boy, he has been such a Swiss Army knife for this program. Doing a lot of the little things. Going to more of a featured role this year, and you wonder that transition and the transition for the rest of the roster doing a little more of the dirty work.
Yeah, and that's always been so much of Ian Schieffelin's game, of just being able to do so many different things. Being able to pass the basketball, make threes, rebound the ball. But this is really nice help defense right there. Highbreeder is able to guard Riley Parker on the drive. Dylan Hunter's in the gap, knocks it away. That leads to the transition run out. And Ian Schieffelin being able to get to the free throw line.
Active hands. Again, ball's free. Bodies all over. And a timeout called as Parker was in no man's land. Will protect possession with 25 on the shot clock. And again, Brad Brownell meets his team out in the middle of the floor. You got to love the response defensively from Clemson here. Again, as St. Francis cut into that lead, they have ratcheted it up big time, that intensity in the backcourt and in the front court.
And so much of that is because of the depth that the Tigers are able to have with the basketball. The Tiger guards are able to stay up, be able to pressure the basketball. Here you see Chase Hunter and then Dylan Hunter, his brother, right there on time, knocking away the basketball and lead to the transition timeout.
Impressive list, especially when you consider this. 5 of the 8 winningest programs in NCAA history are coming here to Little John this year.
Yeah, that's really impressive, and that doesn't include Memphis and so many other tough teams in the ACC. It speaks to the level of the program that Clemson is now. And in between all that, they'll have a road game next Sunday at Boise State, one of the best teams in the Mountain West Conference. That'll be a very challenging trip for the Tigers as well.
And the support staff, some would say. Foul will send Rosenberger to the foul line. Chance to reach double figures if he can knock these two down. Wiggins, by the way, picks it up his second. Fouls have really not been a factor in this game either way. We've had more, obviously, in this second half. Both teams inside of the bonus. You can check your bug there.
And we talked about it a minute ago. St. Francis really came out in the second half and has done a nice job taking better care of the basketball, been a little more aggressive, driving the ball to the rim, which opened up some of those shooters to be able to kick it out and knock it down. And then Jeremy Clayville getting going in the second half has helped as well.
Dylan Hunter a step back into a three. Can't get it. Talbert's rebound gives it back to St. Francis. Pinedo blocked, but a foul.
That's a great move by Valentino Pinedo. He's known as more of a right-handed driver, but Victor Locken gets up and overplays him to that side. He's able to pivot out of it, drive the ball to his left hand. Really talented player, played on the Spain under-18 team back in 2022 in the FIBA championships. I've had a chance to attend the FIBA championships in Europe before. Just a really high level of basketball. And Valentino's going to have a great year. The transfer from East Carolina University, Coach Cromell really loves him and loves his ability to spread the floor, be able to space the floor and pass. International players have been a big part of the success for St. Francis. And he and Riley Parker are going to have great years this year.
He really played sparingly. Played in 46 games, but only a handful of minutes at East Carolina. Obviously, he's looking at a bigger role this year on the St. Francis squad. How about Chase Hunter strong to the rack?
Great job by Chase Hunter. They ran that staggered ball screen action out of after a free throw. He's able to get downhill, play off of 2 feet, be strong with the basketball, and he'll go to the free throw line. It's been a great start to the season so far this year for Chase Hunter.
13 points now for Chase. 5 of 10 from the floor. Zackery and Locken will take a seat, likely for the final time. Asa Thomas, Miles Foster on the floor. Hunter missed it, but a lane violation. Parker did his best. Man, that's a tough feeling. Like the Leaning Tower of Pisa right there on the lane.
He was grabbing Miles Foster, trying to keep from stepping in.
Miles a tough guy to get a hold of. He is well put together. Chase missed it again, and Wiggins had to go over the back. His 4th foul.
And that's going to lead to free throws on the other end because St. Francis is in the bonus.
The St. Francis team, tell you what, they came out, you could tell Clemson bothered them. Length, athleticism defensively. They missed a couple shots, got way behind early in the game. But you got to think their coaching staff and Coach Rob Kremmel's going to be very pleased at what he saw in terms of the response in the second half. And they found some solutions tonight here in game number 2.
I agree. I've been very impressed with the Red Flash in the second half. They'll travel from here to Campbell University. They'll play the Fighting Camels on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. This is the second of 5 consecutive road games for St. Francis to start the season. Really historic program, 119 years of college basketball, but a long road trip to start the season for the Red Flash.
How about that schedule, too, by the way? They're playing tonight. Off the rim, no good. Dell Jones traveled when he got the rebound. Will give the ball right back. But you look at that schedule, though. They're playing tonight, Sunday, Tuesday. Like that. They don't get a rest day. It's a travel day or a game day, which early in the year, I think probably is a nice little rhythm to be in. Pinedo right to the basket.
It is. Talking to Coach Rob Kremel before the game, they did this last year as well. They went out to California and played 3 games. You learn a lot about your team. He really feels like it gives those guys a chance to be together, be around each other, travel together in the airport or on the bus. And you learn a lot about yourself and your team early in the season.
Dylan Hunter tried the lob to Reeves on the pick and roll. Couldn't quite connect with him. There's a look at Coach Kremel. And that aggressive travel schedule continues in earnest after the conclusion of play tonight. Dylan Hunter, mid-range 2, got that roll.
Great job coming off the screen right there by Dylan Hunter, rising up and knocking down that jump shot.
Bill Jones over the screen with Parker. Switch, Christian Reeves on him. Lost the ball. Ends up in the hands of Payne in the corner. 3, good, Clayville. And a timeout quickly called by Rob Kremel. And it's an opportunity to work on some situational stuff. We'll be back in a moment. Clemson in control, 78-56. St. Francis, though, has only lost the second half by 1. And out of a timeout, you'd imagine maybe a little bit of pressure or some trapping, something going on here, JD, that Coach Kremel wants to work on.
Yeah, absolutely. Try to get a quick turnover right here. But Jeremy Clayville, 14 points in the opener on Monday night. Got off to a slow start in the first half. 9 second half points now. He's a guy that's going to be able to help the Red Flash throughout the years. The ability to score the basketball is at a high level.
Doesn't need a lot of space. St. Francis.
We saw St. Francis go zone to start the half.
Yeah, I was looking at it. It kind of presented like a matchup zone, but it looks like they're really in man. Schieffelin, the finish.
Great job by Ian Schieffelin being able to pivot away from the defender and go up under the rim to finish on the other side.
Brad Brownell a little frustrated with his reserves he put in the game. Loading the starters back in there at that timeout. This is Harris. Into the corner, Parker. Webb drives, goes up, gets the floater over the front iron.
Really nice drive right there by Miles Webb, being able to elevate and finish over the top of the Tigers.
52% in the second half for St. Francis. Catch and shoot, Wiggins. Pure. Chauncey Wiggins now in double figures with 11. 4 Tigers in double digits in the scoring column. Oh, nice pass, shoveled off. And Harris the finish. What a feed inside by Clayville.
And Clayville threw that with his left hand. Victor Locken had to come up in the ball screener. He was going to shoot that, but that's a terrific pass.
Another terrific pass, Chase Hunter. And Locken the finish as Asa Thomas going to check in for Brad Brownell's team. Tigers up 25. Less than a minute to go. And Clemson's now going to empty the bench. That's why the crowd stays right there.
Always one of your favorite parts of the game. When I was a walk-on here at Clemson, my goal whenever you checked in and it was late like this was to just go out there and play good basketball, take care of it, try to run a set or two and look like we knew what we were doing.
Dan Nassif, Andrew Latif, Matt Kelly, Jackson Roberts on the floor, along with Thomas. And Andrew Latif's in the box score, folks.
That's one thing about Andrew Latif, that he doesn't take long to come in the box score. Most of the time it's because he's going to get a shot up. But again, another really good job by Jeremy Clayville right there, coming downhill in that ball screen, being able to hit Aiden Harris on the roll. Really nice pass, great catch by Aiden Harris.
Harris at the foul line. Good. 3 points for him. Tigers will come back in 4 days to take on Eastern Kentucky next Tuesday. Asa Thomas locked up tight. Pass is free. Still free on the floor. Nassif to Thomas. Yes!
Great pass by Daniel Nassif right there to Asa Thomas in the corner.
First career three-point make for Thomas, a redshirt freshman. Matt Kelly hits the deck. Brad Brownell not going to give the people what they want. No more shots tonight. And a nice win for the Tigers. 88-62 the final, a 2-0 start this week as the two coaches well acquainted.